Hello YouTube friends and subscribers, welcome back. I'm your host Peter Reacts, or welcome if you're new to my channel, and if you are new to my channel, thank you for joining me. I hope everyone is well and having a good week so far, and today is Friday and that's Freaky Friday, people. Yes. Let me bring up the window so you can see what I will be reacting to. Here we go in just a second. Okay. And this one down to here, and as you can see I will be reacting to The Most Haunted Case of the Stanley Hotel. This is reference to The Shining film, absolute classic horror film, 1980. I saw it 1990, 1991, something like that, and yeah, it's an absolute classic. Let's put this in full screen. This is by the YouTuber called Scary Flashbacks. This was a year ago, so I think this is like a sort of documentary like style. Quality is fine, captions are on, volume is good. Okay, so yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy, grab your favourite beer, beverage, pop soda, tea, coffee. You know the drill by now, as always. I've got my tea. Cheers. Cheers. Alright, so without any further doo-dah-diddly day, shall we jump right into this, shall we? Okay, let's do this. In 3, 2...
The Shining remains a timeless horror classic that continues to enthrall audiences today.
Yep.
Centered around Jack Torrance, a recovering alcoholic who becomes the caretaker of a historic hotel during its off-season. The movie unfolds as he and his family encounter...
And also, the video game that was on Xbox 360, I believe, Alan Wake, was very inspired by The Shining. Check that game out.
Supernatural occurrences that drive Jack to the brink of madness. While The Shining is a work of fiction, its chilling elements draw inspiration from a real-life haunting in Colorado. The Stanley Hotel in Estes Park served as the setting for Stephen King's novel, and Stanley
3 novels, 3 films.
Kubrick's film adaptation. King's brief stay at the hotel exposed him to its eerie atmosphere and ghostly legends, particularly its almost empty grandeur during the closing season, which laid the groundwork for the Overlook Hotel, the central location in his famed novel. So, was The Shining based on a true story? Well, let's find out.
Let's have a look, shall we?
Background.
Okay.
The Stanley Hotel's story begins in the picturesque setting of Estes Park, a captivating locale nestled among the mountains of Colorado. Esteemed for its breathtaking landscapes and abundant wildlife, Estes Park served as a peaceful hunting ground, and later, a favorite tourist spot for those seeking tranquility and natural beauty. The pristine air and restorative environment drew Freeland Oscar Stanley to the area in 1903 after his diagnosis of tuberculosis. Doctors at the time believed that the dry, high-altitude air could cure the disease. Freeland Oscar Stanley, co-inventor of the Stanley steamer automobile, was a prominent figure of American innovation and enterprise. Along with his twin brother, Francis Edgar, he had built a significant fortune through their advancements in photographic plate technology before venturing into automotive manufacturing. Despite his success, his health took a dire turn, leading him and his wife Flora to Estes Park upon his doctor's advice. The natural beauty of the area enchanted the couple, and Stanley's health improved dramatically during their stay. Motivated by his recovery and the lack of suitable accommodations that met his standard of comfort and luxury, Stanley decided to build a grand hotel. Built to serve its guests' health and leisure needs, construction began in 1907, and the hotel opened 2 years later. The hotel boasted a neo-Georgian architectural style.
Let's take a moment, that is amazing, isn't it, building?
A striking contrast to the rustic log cabins prevalent in the region. Its expansive verandas, high ceilings, and panoramic views of the Rocky Mountains spoke of a refinement that was rare in such remote locations. Each of the original 48 guest rooms was equipped with running water, electricity, and telephones, amenities that were cutting edge
48
at the time.
rooms.
To entertain its guests, the hotel constructed a concert hall, which also served as a special gift for Flora Stanley, an avid piano player. However, the hotel lacked central heating until as late as 1983,
Wow.
rendering it operational only seasonally for most of its existence, shutting down each winter. Interestingly, the Stanley Hotel wasn't Estes Park's first grand hotel. That title belonged to the Estes Park Hotel, erected in 1877 by Irishman Wyndham Thomas Wyndham Quinn, later known as the 4th Earl of Dunraven and Mount Earl. The Earl, drawn to the area for its hunting opportunities, acquired extensive land holdings, though his methods made him unpopular among the locals. In an unexpected twist in 1908, Lord Dunraven sold the land to F.O. Stanley, which became the site for the Stanley Hotel. Tragically, the Estes Park Hotel met its demise in 1911 due to a devastating fire. The Stanley Hotel's haunted legends. The allure of the Stanley Hotel is not merely its majestic architecture or its pivotal role in American history, but also its reputation as one of the most haunted locations in the United States. The hotel's paranormal stories are as much a part of its identity as its red-roofed buildings. Many guests and staff members have reported a range of unexplained phenomena that contribute to the hotel's eerie reputation. One of the most famous ghostly residents is said to be Flora Stanley, Freeland Stanley's wife, who continues to play the piano in the hotel's music room. Guests and employees report hearing music drifting through the halls when the room is empty and the piano itself is visibly untouched. Her presence is said to be friendly, often associated with a feeling of nostalgia rather than fear. Room 217 holds its own legend, famously inspiring Stephen King's The Shining.
Room 217.
The story goes that following a flood in the valley, the newly built hotel faced a power outage for the first time.
Interesting so far.
Freeland Stanley, the hotel's owner, personally installed gas lanterns in each room to ensure guests had light.
Okay.
Unfortunately, a gas leak occurred in room 217, leading to a dangerous buildup of gas. When the head chambermaid, Elizabeth Wilson, entered the room with a lit candle, a catastrophic explosion erupted. Miraculously, Wilson survived the blast, although she was propelled from the room's entrance to the dining hall located on the first floor.
Wow.
Approximately 10% of the hotel wasn't as fortunate, with reports of significant damage during the explosion. One eyewitness even claimed to have seen a bathtub propelled into the air by the force of the blast. Elizabeth Wilson, despite her ordeal, remarkably survived the explosion. After waking from a coma, she resumed her duties at the hotel in 1913 and remained employed there until her passing in 1950. According to numerous hotel guests and staff, Wilson's spirit is believed to linger in room 217. However, rather than being frightening, reports suggest she is often helpful. Guests have reported waking up to find their room tidier than the night before, with neatly folded clothes and suitcases organized. One couple even shared an extraordinary experience of their bed being made around them during the night while they were still in it.
Okay.
However, it's worth noting that unmarried couples have reported feeling a chilly presence settling into bed with them as they slept, suggesting that room 217 may not provide the most restful night for all guests. Many guests have reported strange occurrences ever since, from belongings being unpacked to lights turning off and on. In an interview, a hotel guest vividly recalled feeling a cold hand press against his back, only to turn around and find the room empty. This room is often requested by thrill seekers and fans of King's novel, eager to experience its chilling ambience for themselves. Another hotspot for paranormal activity.
Would you go to
is
room
the fourth
217?
floor, particularly the hallway and the rooms along it. Originally the servants' quarters, children's voices and footsteps are frequently reported by guests when no child is present. A former employee detailed encounters with ghostly children seen playing with a ball, their laughter echoing in empty corridors. The fourth floor has thus become a focal point for ghost tours and paranormal investigations. The grand staircase and the concert hall are also centers of supernatural occurrences. guests have captured orbs and figures in photographs, and many report a sudden drop in temperature as they approach these areas. One of the most chilling accounts involves a spirit known as Paul, who was a handyman at the hotel in the early 1980s. Paul is said to enforce the hotel's old 11 p.m. curfew. Stories depict him appearing at the edge of the concert hall, urging guests to retire to their rooms, his voice echoing down the empty halls. Guests and staff members have reported strange occurrences, including unexplained noises, apparitions, and objects moving on their own. One guest described waking to see a figure at the foot of their bed, dressed in early 20th century clothing, watching them intently before fading away.
Imagine that, waking up and seeing that.
Staff members too share their eerie stories, like hearing their names called by unseen voices or witnessing ghostly figures in mirrors. Then came Stephen King's visit to the Stanley Hotel in 1974. Well, this proved to be a pivotal moment, not only in his career but also in the literary and cultural landscape of horror. Stephen King's stay at the Stanley. King, already an established author, was in search of a quiet place to work on his next novel. He and his wife Tabitha decided on a short getaway that would take them to Boulder, Colorado. However, a recommendation led them instead to the nearby Stanley Hotel, a grand establishment that promised stunning views and a peaceful setting ideal for writing. Arriving at the hotel, King discovered they were the only guests, as the Stanley was just about to close for the season. This isolation became the perfect backdrop for what would soon unfold in his mind. The empty corridors, the echoing grandeur of its halls, and the overall eerie solitude of the hotel inspired King's imagination. That night, staying in room 217, the same room haunted by tales of the old housekeeper's ghost, King experienced a vivid nightmare. He dreamt of his young son being chased around the hotel, screaming, terrorized by an evil presence. Waking up drenched in sweat, he stepped out to the balcony and lit a cigarette. By the time he had finished smoking, The Shining was firmly laid out in his mind. The experience of that night at the Stanley Hotel not only gave birth to one of King's most renowned novels, but also reshaped the horror genre with its intense psychological depth and the palpable tension of an isolated haunted hotel, which he named The Overlook. In The Shining, King took the story of the Stanley's haunted reputation and wove it into a tale that delved deep into the psyche of his protagonist, Jack Torrance, and the supernatural forces at play within the hotel walls. While the real-life hauntings of the Stanley Hotel are said to be less evil than those King depicted in his novel, the essence of the paranormal activities contributed significantly to the setting of The Shining. The novel's ghosts are far more sinister and directly impact the hotel's guests, driving them to madness and violence, unlike the more subtle and benign spirits rumored to roam the Stanley. The Stanley Hotel, with its majestic isolation and historic charm, provided the perfect real-world setting for the creation of The Shining. While the Stanley's ghosts may play pianos or fold clothes, King's ghostly inhabitants wield a far darker influence, illustrating how a place's ambience can be translated into terrifying fiction. The impact of King's stay at the Stanley Hotel revitalized interest in the hotel itself, marking it as a must-visit location for fans of the novel and the subsequent film adaptations. The hotel embraces this
let me
part
know
of
if
its
you've been
history,
to the hotel,
offering themed rooms and tours that celebrate its role in one of the most influential horror stories of the 20th century. Thus, King's brief visit and the chilling inspiration he drew from the Stanley Hotel not only led to a masterpiece work of horror, but also helped ensure the hotel's place in American pop culture as a beloved and feared landmark. So, what do you think about this hotel? Would you dare to spend a night in one of its famed haunted rooms? Share your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing tales like this one.
If I had the chance, the opportunity to go to America, I would go to the Stanley Hotel. Because I do sort of believe in the ghosts and all that paranormal. But if it happened to me personally, then, you know, in front of me, then obviously 100% believer. Okay, let's give that a thumbs up, obviously. Let's just grab a thumbnail where I saw 8-minute mark. There we go. And thumbnail. Alright, hope you all enjoyed the video documentary for the most haunted case of the Stanley Hotel by the YouTuber called Scary Flashbacks. He's at 75,000 subscribers. Let's help him get to 80,000 subscribers. And yeah, if you like the video, consider subscribing, turn on that notification bell, hit that thumbs up button. Helps out the channel, helps me out as well, lets YouTube know that you like this content. And yeah, I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Also check out my previous uploads on my channel, check out my popular videos on my channel, and if you come across my YouTube shorts and you like them, consider subscribing as well. And if you have any recommendations for me to react to anything, just drop a comment down below. And until next time, which will be tomorrow, I'm your host, Peter Reacts, signing out for now. Bye bye and take care.